Today we're going to talk about the inner ring. Is it good or is it bad? You may be asking, what is the inner ring? Well, the inner ring happens to be an essay written by C.S. Lewis in his book, The Weight of Glory. But in the inner ring, he defines the inner ring as a system that goes beyond the official order of command in organizations. That was a paraphrasing, of course, but in modern terms, it can often mean a clique or a peer group, and it's often secret or exclusive, often with only certain people gaining access for various purposes, sometimes purposefully exclusive, sometimes it just happens to be friends who are only friends with each other. And I'm going to talk about why peer groups or cliques or the inner rings are inherently good. They are inherently good because they can foster a sense of belonging. In the process of social identity development in adolescent high school choral singers, A Grounded Theory by Elizabeth Cassidy Parker, she discusses the importance of people being in some kind of elite closed group. She discusses the benefits that choral singers receive from being in such a group, where they can often work on their craft together and they have automatic friends. In another article, Friendship Cliques, a comparison of the motivational traits of lower and upper track algebra students by Jody Nichols and Janet White, they discuss the effect that cliques can have on learning of students and have found that students that were part of peer groups often had higher motivational and cognitive skills and motivation towards learning than those who were not part of any peer group whatsoever. It also allows people to work together to develop skills, again going back to the mixed choir in the Parker article. They're all working together towards excellent group singing. That was a direct quote from Parker. How can the inner ring then be bad? It has some downsides, and it's usually when it changes shape that it becomes bad. It can be bad if it is purposefully exclusive. If it's exclusive for the point of solely excluding others, then it's obviously bad. If people are only trying to make social gains, if they're trying to climb the ladder just to be at the top of the social ladder, then it's obviously bad. In the article Popularity and Adolescent Friendship Networks, Selection and Influence Dynamics by Jan Cornelis Dijkstra, Antonius H. N. Silesen, and Casey Bork, they discuss how middle school students would often choose their friends solely based on popularity, that only those with similar or higher popularities than their students would be desirable as friends, and that's obviously very bad. If people in trying to be in peer groups or cliques are being cruel to others, if they're trying to climb the ladder and they're spitting on people spitting on the individuals below them on the social ladder, then that's obviously very bad. And if it causes people to do things that are morally wrong and or that are just bad habits, then obviously it's bad. In an article, Young Adult Smoking in Peer Groups, an Experimental Observational Study by Zina Haruke, PhD, and Wilma A.M. Volberg, PhD, they discuss a study that they did where there would be three college-age students who were admittedly smokers, but they would be in a room together doing a various thing, and they were random, and they found that if one of the two other students that were not being tested, they would have two students that were not being tested that they would command what to do. If two of them were smoking, then the one being tested was more likely to smoke. And if two of them were smoking, then it yielded similar results. So that's obviously, it can influence behavior, even indirectly, because this was passive. It wasn't direct peer pressure, but it was passive influence. But what can be done to ensure that the inner ring is something that's good? Well, it can be inclusive. It can be dedicated towards a personally profitable, morally profitable goal, such as group singing or advancing in a math class and whatnot. And they can ensure that no individuals are isolated. That way, everyone feels included. They can make sure that all people have a peer group, so that no one feels isolated, so that people can feel included, and so they can experience the benefits of being in a peer group or inner ring. Well, that is it for the inner ring. I hope you enjoyed my speech. Thank you. Oh, and my works cited. Everyone always forgets those. Thank you.